Hey Sippers, welcome back to the channel of gossip. Doechii knows exactly what she is doing, honey. The girls, to me, they're all grouping up together to take Nicki Minaj down. Now, Megan posted this bikini video of herself, really advertising her new tequila brand, and it had like a Barbie look. And of course, Doechii commented, "Barbie," in the comment section. And Megan responded like, "Love you, Doechii." Now, let me just tell y'all something. I remember when Nicki mentioned all these girls, they're in one bed, and these corporate giants, they're known for issuing out female rappers in this industry to do dirty work. And I believe Doechii is one of them. I never thought of this girl as talented, because she won a Grammy. It's after the Grammy, I noticed more things about Doechii. Like, she wasn't an A-list rapper. It's after she won that Grammy, she has been all over the social media platforms. Like, who was Doechii? I think Jay-Z and Beyonce is paying this girl to do their dirty work. First, Doechii unfollowed Nicki Minaj. By the way, Doechii was so crazy about Nicki Minaj. She was always under Nicki's comment section, wanted Nicki to sign her to Heavy on it. And now she unfollowed Nicki, went on the Renaissance tour, and has been besties and kissy with Jay-Z and Megan Thee Stallion. That's such a weird vibe to me. I think they're all working together, and Megan really throwing a diss out there, talking about Nicki's husband, Megan's Law. And when Nicki responded by saying, "Oh, stop lying on your dead mom," Nicki's such a bitter witch. She's the person who's destroying female rappers because she's miserable. And these are some of the things that people have to say about Nicki, that she's bitter and she's the problem. But they don't want to see Nicki's stride. They don't want to see a black woman being so powerful. And I think that's the industry's problem, the corporate giants, because Nicki is so successful, a black woman who's so powerful. She don't really have a bunch of people in her payroll, in her pockets, because she's independent. They're mad. Nicki made over 200 mil off a tour, and because they could not get any money from it, they're mad. They sent some cops to really vandalized Nicki, to lock her up because of pre-rolled weed. And the cops were like, "Oh, you're carrying drugs." They slapped some accusations on Nicki to make she look like a bad person, because there were rumors of Nicki Minaj being on drugs. And then people started to call her an addict, or she's crazy, she's taking drugs because of the way she acts, when Nicki has always been a goofball, very theatrical. She's always been a goofball. She expresses herself, very animated. She's different. She's a very unique person. And they want to say she's on drugs. And I believe Cardi B's sister, Hennessy Carolina, allegedly mentioned that y'all favorite rapper doing drugs or cocaine. And I was like, what the problem? What is the problem? I think Cardi B, she don't really have anything unique to herself. She want to put down Nicki Minaj, because Nicki always knows how to grab attention. And they had a problem with that. They needed to put something so bad on Nicki Minaj that people would fall out of love, that people would draw their hands from Nicki and walk away. So Nicki would have ended up with no fans, no attention, and she would have just been a sinking ship. And that did not happen. So of course, Jay-Z had to come up with a new idea how to take Nicki Minaj out, by recruiting Doechii, recruiting Megan, because of course Cardi B failed. But I'm telling y'all, I knew nothing about Doechii until she won that Grammy Award. All I know is she's trying to sound like Nicki Minaj. And if you're sounding like Nicki, and if you're trying to imitate Nicki because, you looked up to her, why didn't you give her a shout out on the Grammy stage? Why didn't you shed light on the fact that, I've looked up to Nicki Minaj all my life, and though she hasn't won a Grammy before, I still want to really give her flowers, because most of us female rappers who's winning awards, I think we were all influenced by Nicki Minaj, and she's a real icon. She did not even shout out Nicki Minaj. She didn't give Nicki a shout out. Like, she was so busy talking about Cardi B, and I was like, Doechii, you're such a snake. A couple weeks ago, you were always about Nicki Minaj, and you unfollowed her, and now You're imitating Nicki, you're copying Nicki, but you don't want to give Nicki her flowers in the public's eyes. Like, that is such a waste movement. It really shows that some of these girls, they're fake. They're not genuine. They're just industry puppets. Like, they're being a puppet. They're nothing but a puppet in this industry. But I want to hear from you guys, because this is so weird. They're all collabing, getting together, grouping up to take Nicki Minaj out. And it's so serious and scary at the same time. And I think Jay-Z is the one who's orchestrating everything. But let me know what y'all think down below in the comment section. Like this video, share if you care, and see you guys some other time. And thank you so much for always sticking with us.